Hi guys, this is Gary from iGPSFitness and welcome to episode 20 of Summer Shredded. So I want to start off the day by saying, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're enjoying everything I'm putting out so far. If you're new, please subscribe and have a look around. I'm sure you'll find something you like. Now, for the people that have been here for, 20 episodes, plus the extra videos, probably about 23 videos, 24 videos, I'm going to dive straight into it. I'm weighing in at 168.8 pounds, and my scales told me I was 18.1% body fat, and I laughed at it. I am not that body fat percentage at all, so I'm wondering about the validity of the Fitbit Aria, just on the body fat percentage, because I reweighed myself afterwards and it said 17.9, and I'm thinking either that wasn't just in a bit of anomaly data, that was way off. It shouldn't even go anywhere near 17, I wouldn't have thought, especially considering last night I felt the closest I think I've had to abs ever, so I could feel the dips in between. So I've never felt that before. I didn't even know that existed, so and that's why I'm questioning the validity of it. Now, so obviously that's a main point for this morning. And second of all is, I said that I'm going to hit calves first last night. If you didn't go see the video, go check out yesterday's video, and I'll talk a little bit more on that now. So, the reason why I'm training calves first is because you often find that your calves are you often find that people train them at night, so, at the end of the workout session, and it will not be as efficient as the very beginning. Whereas if you're like me and you need to grow your calves, then you kind of need to hit them first, get them out of the way, hit them as soon as you can. I'm thinking I'm going to hit squats then do them, but I think that's something that people should take into account, that they're not just an accessory. You should hit them as hard as you can, and as hard as you hit every other leg muscle. Now, I've realised why my calves are small, because I have small calf insertions. They're quite high up, so they look a lot smaller. That's the reasoning behind it. I'm just going to have to deal with it. It's not something I'm going to be able to change. So if you are like me, hit calves as hard as you can, especially on video, because then when people say, you don't train your calves, you don't train your legs, you're like, video proof, got video proof. So it's sort of a lifesaver on that respect. Anyway, I am gonna go. I've got legs, hamstrings, shoulders and calves to hit today. I think it's hamstrings, I can't really remember. Yeah, it is. So hopefully that should be all fun. I'll speak to you guys in the gym. So guys, I thought I'd give you a little bit more of a detailed insight into my workout today. I know I mentioned calves just a bit before, but I realised that I didn't tell you sort of what I was doing. So first of all, we're going to start off with a cycle. Now the reason why I cycle on leg day is to ensure that we get blood in the joints. Not necessarily in the muscles, but in the joints. What this will do, lubricate the joints, as you probably could have guessed, and you're less likely to cause, I'm not going to say injury because that's not true, but it feels a lot nicer when you do squat, and when you do put heavy load on your knees and your hips. It does make everything a lot smoother, let's put it that way. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to do some ab work, because it's really motivated me now that I can feel them a little bit better. So I'm going to do that. So what I'll probably do is hyperextensions, because hyperextensions, they're great for legs and deadlifts. They really target the hamstrings, the bum, and the lower back. So that's a really good exercise for anything where it's going to be hitting your posterior chain. Now, next part. I'm then going to be doing leg raises, because hyperextensions and leg raises go hand in hand. When you're doing leg raises, often you'll find that your lower back gives you a bit of a hand. Now you exhaust your lower back, problem solved. You're then targeting directly the lower part of your abdominals. also warm them up and make sure, help you keep them tight for the squat. I'm then going to go on and do very like high repetitions of what are they called, hip abductions, which are the ones where you open your legs and they call it the given birth machine. You're going to do that, and then going to go from there on to, what am I going to do next? Probably some stretches, and then move on to calves, then squats, and then you'll see from there, because I usually just make it up and see how I feel from there. Now today with the shoulder side of things, I haven't spoken too much about it. Actually, I haven't spoken about it at all. What I'm going to be doing is aiming for the front delt and the medial delt. So I'll be doing things, instead of just like the regular dumbbell press, overhead press, I'm going to be doing the Arnold press instead, which is an absolute bitch, and I hate the exercise, but you can't fault it. It's freaking awesome. So I'm definitely going to be implementing that on, I want to say it was Tuesday. I'm so rubbish at keeping track of days. On Tuesday, you'll notice that I took the cables from behind and did side laterals like that from behind me. That's because I do feel it a little bit in the rear delt, and it's going to support the lower part of the movement in the rear delt. That's where it's going to come from. So today we're going in front with dumbbells and going to go quite heavy, because do I want to go quite heavy? I don't know yet, we'll see. But we'll just play it by ear on the weight wise. That's all I really do, is just see what feels comfortable. If I'm feeling like everything's really light, I'll go as heavy as I can, or if it's taking a while to get to that burning sensation, I will chuck it up the weight, because with a heavy weight you're not worried about what sort of whether you're burning or not. You're just more focused on getting the weight up and controlling it. So anyway, I'm at the gym and I'll speak to you guys a bit later on. So bad news, literally just happened, my headphones broke. So I'm having to turn the music up, get it pumping, and do what BBC Radio 1's got to do. So always coming over challenges, always coming over issues. Can't even get that fired up, so we'll see what happens.
For a minute without the hype though, cause people stuck in the dark like the lights broke. The pressure's on, so every song I pick the right quotes. Now I got reach in the hood as well as with white folks, and every corner there's someone hoping I might choke.
Absolutely buzzing. You saw me do that. I tried the 150 kilos without a spot. Almost fucked up. I went too far forward and the weight went on my knees, and I was like, I'm not giving up on this. So I got a fella to spot me. He didn't touch, he did put his hands on me at once, but no, he didn't push. So there's definitely something mental about getting a spot on the go. Anyway, I'm buzzing with my new PR. Now let's train some calves. Quick tip for calves is try not to press shoes when possible. And the reason for that being is that your feet can roll out to the side and you'll be using the side of your foot, when really what you want to do is you want to be using the ball of your foot, almost the inside knuckle of it, you'll feel it on your foot. You want to try and keep on that as much as possible, and you'll get the good stretch that you need, and it will hurt more basically, and hurting means growing. So watch your mouth.
Me, I'm about to buy preposterous properties like Monopoly and
get my back straight into the chair, feet up, make sure the toes, knees almost you want to be in your line. Here we go, leg up stretch. Knees taut but not stiff. So you want to keep a bit of flexibility and that press.
roll-ups. And now they tell us legislation simply ain't for us. But I got dynamite in my music, I'm about to blow up. So whoa now, slow down, I'm ready for the showdown. You want it, you can get it, shit, I got enough to go round. Cause ain't nobody in my circle worry about the fame. We just tryna make an imprint on the game.
So that was just a demonstration, and now let's get on to the real sets.
Let me introduce myself again. You ain't know, you ain't know, you ain't know. Someone should've told y'all. But you ain't know, you ain't know, you ain't know. Let me introduce myself again. But you ain't know, you ain't know, you ain't know. Someone should've told y'all.
Just finished the workout. Damn, it's so nice to do. Come out of the gym and it actually be light. It's really nice. Anyway, I had a really good session today. The squat was like, I'm not really sure. I didn't really mean to go in there and do personal best, but I just felt strong. The 140 didn't feel that. Oh no, the 130. No, I didn't do a 130. I did a 140. The 140 didn't feel that strong, but I knew I set up wrong. So I thought, you know what? Let's get over that and get the 150. So you saw me fail it. I'm going to add that in because it's important to know that I don't just smash things straight off the bat. And so, yeah, I mean, what happened with, as I said before, in the workout, actually, I'm actually speaking with it in them, which is good. But what I said before is I rolled forward onto the balls of my feet. Now, what I do when I squat and what I've learned from powerlifters, if you are ever wondering how to do a compound lift, do not have a look at bodybuilders or stuff like that. I'm not saying they do it wrong, I'm just saying that the powerlifters need to know it better because they're going under excessive weights that their bodies probably can't handle. So if you're going to look at deadlift, squat or bench press form, always go to a powerlifter because you'll get stronger, and that's the point in the compound movement, is it's for strength purposes. And that's the way I sort of see it, is that a bench press will enable you to do the rest of the accessories a lot easier, and a squat will enable you to do a lot of the legs a lot easier, etc, etc. You're just building up core strength in them. So definitely go to a powerlifter if you're looking for form on the compounds. But what they do say is that do not lean forward. Most people will go, like, you notice that I bend my body down. That's because I'm tall, and also because I use a low bar position. And what that means is that the bar does not go directly on my neck. You'll notice that I lean forward when putting the bar on. Swapping hands, the shoulders. But you notice I lean forward, so that gets a lower position. It's more comfortable for me, and I feel it working my quads, glutes, and lower back better. It's just my preference. You can use either. Now, I don't know the benefits of either of them. You just got to find out what works for you, to be honest. And because I do a low bar squat, I find that drilling my heels into the ground, some people say put the middle of the foot, but I find properly pushing your heels into the ground and almost trying to dig them in, as it were. If it was sand, your heels would be in. So not putting the pressure on any of the top of your foot at all. I feel that's the best way to get not only a strong squat, but the form correct. Because that will make you sit back into it, and the way it'll keep balanced, don't worry about that. I cannot squat like the lightweight with proper form. I have to go, that's why you never see me put 10 kilo plates on the bar. If I ever do a full workout, that'll be like 2-3 hours long. But you'll never see me put 10 kilos on a squat bar. Same as on a deadlift, you'll never see me put less than 20s. Mainly because I can't get the form right with anything less than that. And I don't know why that is, it's just the way my body works and the way I've developed it through strength. But yeah, really happy with today's workout. Went really well. Had the straight-legged deadlift felt good. The first one really didn't, to be honest. but it felt really good afterwards. When I got the stretch of my hamstrings and stuff, I PB'd as well on the hamstring curl. The shoulder press actually didn't feel that great. When I was going heavy, you know, I said this morning before I got into the gym that I was going to go heavy. When I was going heavy, I felt a tweak on my shoulders. So I decided, not like the muscle, I meant like the joints. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do straight-legged deadlifts. Literally, all you saw was pretty much all I did. I did 4 sets, one with nothing on the bar on the overhead press, one with 10 kg on each side, one with 20 kg, and again with 10 kg. Then I gave it a rest, did straight-legged deadlifts, and went back to regular stuff. Anyway, I think, no, that's not the bus. But yeah, sorry about that. That's all I did. Went to straight-legged deadlifts, then came back to do some side laterals. Now some people pray by twisting their wrists out at the end. I tried it, I don't like it. It doesn't hit the medial as much as I'd like it to. So I decided not to do that, and I'd only bring it down to my hips rather than coming all the way into the middle, because I feel that all the way to the middle is a rest. Anyway, I'm gonna go, because I'm guessing you're bored of hearing me talking for now, and I'll speak to you guys a bit later. So guys, just had a bit of news. You're probably thinking, well Gary, why aren't you on your way to work? It's Friday, dude, you're late. Again. Now, you're right, I should be going to work. However, I spoke to my boss this morning. My desk is getting delivered today, and I said, look, can I just wait for it to get delivered and then make up the time afterwards? And he said that's perfectly fine. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to wait for it to come in, probably going to set it up depending on how late it gets in, and go from there. Now, what I am going to do, and I know I said something different yesterday, is I was going to talk about cheat meals after tonight's curry with work. If you don't know, we go for a curry once a month or for a special occasion. Now, this is the first time I've been, and I'm not really sure what the hell I'm going to eat, but we'll figure it out. So, which leads me on to cheat meals. Now, cheat meals are something that when you start dieting or changing your lifestyle or changing your eating habits, people crave it. People are like, okay, I crave a pizza, or I crave a brownie or something. Now, people will do it different ways. They'll have a cheat day, which is where, say for example, once a month they'll have a cheat day. Now, that's okay. That's fine, providing you sort of moderate it a little bit and you sort of go, okay, it's only once a month, I'm going to have, I don't know, a small pizza, blah, blah, blah. I guess that's okay. I personally don't want to do it myself because it never sort of fulfills me. Now, what I think is, you'll find a lot of people, and the reason why I'm stuttering with this is because I'm trying to say it without offending anyone, but a lot of people will often go, well, I've started bad today, so I'm just going to make this a cheat day. That's not the attitude. That is really, really not the attitude. If you start bad, it just means the rest of the day is going to be more difficult. So if for breakfast you had a full English breakfast, so eggs, bacon, the lot, and that's probably about 1,000 calories, and you only have 1,600, you've got 600 calories for the rest of the day. That's your problem, not mine. Not a cheat day excuse, because that's not going to help you, because then every day could be a cheat day, because you just say, okay, cheat day, cheat day, cheat day, cheat day. You don't hand them out. They're not, imagine them like a cheat day is like a 50 pound note or whatever, $1,000 bill or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it would be in America, $100 bill maybe, but imagine it's one of the rarer notes of money. So you only dish it out when you really need to use it. So for example, I have one in between seasons. So on April the 2nd I had one because I'd finished my bulk and was starting a shred in between seasons. So finished my bulk on the 1st, cheat day 2nd, started shred on 3rd. Made sense. The one before that was probably Christmas Day. There's about 4 months in between that. You don't need one. Very often. Your brain probably says, okay, I really fancy this, which you probably do. But the likelihood is that when you have it, it's not going to taste as nice as you expect. I craved fish and chips for 4 months last year, and then when finally I got the opportunity, after my shred, I had again finished on the 31st of August, 1st of September, I had a cheat day. 2nd of September, I started my bulk. So I wasn't really too fussed. So I had fish and chips, and I had a whole cheat day. So I started off big, I finished big. I must have consumed about 4,000 to 5,000 calories in that day alone on junk food, because I could. And fish and chips for that whole 4 months craving was not worth it. I was like, well, why have I been craving this? So this year is a bit nicer, because I know that it's not as nice as it's made out to be. So anyway, instead of going for a cheat day, which could be more inconsistent, so for example, end of seasons, birthdays, celebrations. Now if you've got loads of celebrations coming up, that doesn't mean you can have a cheat day every celebratory day. So if you've got 4 birthdays in a week, then no, you can't have a cheat day. You've got to either choose one of them and then not have another one for another 2 or 3 months, or just eat clean throughout all of them, which is my suggestion. You eat clean throughout them all. Most restaurants you can get a grilled chicken salad or something like that. You can get something that will keep in your macros. And okay, people will look at you funny, especially if you was like me, where I used to be quite fat and I used to love my food. When I say love my food, it's more like I would choose the biggest thing on the menu because it would fill me up, because I've got a massive appetite. So I'd maybe choose the mixed grill or something. Whereas now I'll be like, okay, I went to Nando's the other day and had a quinoa and chicken salad. And Nando's is a place for chicken and chips. So it's, you know, it's stuff like that. You do get funny looks. You've got to just get over the funny looks. You're going to get funny looks because, first of all, they don't expect you to do it. Second of all, they're probably thinking, I should probably be doing that. So that's the thing. So I went on a bit of a tangent there, but basically a cheat day is something that I'm not going to be doing this year. I will have cheat meals. So I'll eat clean for the rest of the day, or even eat less. So say for example, my birthday. My birthday's the 11th of October. I'll be 22 this year. I'll be in Butlins for it, which doesn't sound that exciting, but I'm going to be with my friend Jake that I grew up with, his fiance, his little baby, and Kelsey. So we're all going to be there. It's going to be great. I'm probably the only cheat thing that I'm going to have that day is birthday cake, because it's kind of like, it's something that you look forward to most of the year, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, my birthday doesn't mean that I'm going to stop dieting. It doesn't make a difference. Because a day's special, or because it's Friday, or because it's Monday, or because, doesn't matter. Have a cheat meal rather than a cheat day. Best advice you can get. Also, then you feel like, okay, it's a cheat meal. So I'm going to have a starter, a main, and a dessert. So for starters, I'm going to have deep fried Mars bar. And for dessert, for main, I'm going to have a 50-ounce steak with sweet potato fries or chips or curly fries. Why not all 3? You can do that with a cheat meal. But with a cheat day, you're not going to enjoy it as much, because you're going to go, well, actually, I'm going to have brownies for breakfast, ice cream for lunch, and something for dinner. Okay, the day's going to be great, but you're going to put on so many calories the next day. When you come back to it, you're going to feel rubbish. You're going to feel your weight will change that week. Your metabolism will change. Everything, it will set you back so much by having a massive cheat day that unless you're massive, i.e. you're a Rich Piana lookalike, 300 odd pounds of muscle, you probably can't afford to do that. So that's my advice on cheat days. Now, you can still have fun and things whilst eating clean and stuff. So you can make smoothies, you can do, like, go out for curries. So for tonight, I'm probably going to ignore the fact that the rice is cooked in oil. I'm probably just going to ignore the fact of that. It's not going to make that much of a difference in the long run. If for one meal that I think, okay, it's cooked in oil, I'm just going to track it as rice. I'm still tracking it as rice, but it's probably a little bit more, maybe 100 or 200 calories more than what I'd expect it to be. Again, cooking it in grilled chicken. Say if I get some grilled tandoori chicken, I'm going to ignore the spices because it's basically impossible to track. So to do something like that is a lot better to track slightly than it is to track nothing. If you go, oh, I can't track the source, so I'm just not going to track the whole thing. Well, you've then given yourself an extra 500, 600 calories for the day that you're going to think, oh, I've still got this many calories. So think about it before you do it. Track as much as you can when eating out, but give yourself a bit of leeway. That's my advice. Anyway, I'm going to hold on for now. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. These are great, FY. Get one of these. I've spoken about this before. I'll show you the front of it. If you are trying to start up a YouTube channel or just organise yourself, a weekly planner. You can get them on, I got this on Amazon for £3 I think. And I mean, I was expecting these boxes to be like normal, but I filled them up. These are all what I'm either going to talk about in a video, title ideas, something like that, and it's just keeping me on track and making sure that I know what I'm talking about. So that's fantastic. I've even filled in all the way to next week with some ideas next week. I've also counted how many days it is until I'm going to California. So today it is 163 days until California, but I'm not excited. Desk is coming, cheat meals, getting a haircut done. I think that's pretty much it. Legs and shoulders went well, I've talked about that. So yeah, I will probably end up speaking to you guys after the curry. I might get some footage in the curry depending on how they feel. The reasoning why is because the lady one of the ladies that I work with is actually going off to have a little baby. So she's leaving when I go to Glasgow. But we just thought we'd stick it around payday, because payday for us is always on the 15th. I think for everyone. It is for me anyway. But so we stick it around payday so that everyone's got a bit of cash so that they can do something with it. So anyway, I will speak to you guys a little bit later. So guys, it's currently about 5 to 10 past 9 in the morning. I've just been on the phone with DPD, which is the company that are delivering my desk today. Now, on the email that they sent me, saying it was going to be delivered this morning. Now, what that actually means, after phoning them up, means that they will be giving me a time of delivery this morning, meaning it's going to get delivered today, but at some point, because it's an all-day delivery. So what I'm really waiting on now is waiting for the driver to get a move on and get going, and to see whereabouts I am on his route. So if it says the afternoon, means I'm not going to get my desk until this afternoon. I'm not going to wait around then until then. That's going to take the mick. I really don't want to do this. I'm really thankful for Graham, my boss, for letting me do this and make up the hours. But at the same time, I still don't want to, take the mick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and just see where we're at. Hopefully I should get an email through where I can track it and see where it is. As I say, if it's an afternoon one, I think if it's going to be any later than 12, I'm just going to say, look, forget it, I'll come pick it up at some point. Here we go, actually. No, that's Apple Store. Good news, items have been shipped. Okay, so that means my computer is on its way, desk is on its way, so I'm in the process of getting you guys content up as we speak. Now, a little bit of a brief plan on what I'm going to do with this. Now, once I get it, I'm going to upload daily now. That's my plan. It's my goal. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I'm sorry. But what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to give myself a week once I receive my MacBook, depending on what day it is. And I've just received the DPD. Okay. Will be delivered today between 1:20 and 2:30, 2:20. So that means I'm not going to be receiving my desk till today. Hopefully, Mum will be in or something. So that's a pain in the arse. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Is my plan is upload every day, and so if I've recorded it on a Tuesday, it's going to be up on a Tuesday. So because I'm recording every day, it should be consistent content daily. How that's going to fare up, I don't know. I'm going to try it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'm going to go from there. Anyway, I've got to take my fat burners, which these little things here, they finish on my last packet. I'll be taking this Sunday, and I'll be off them for a while after that. I don't know what time when I'm going to be back on them. Probably after Kelsey's, because I will need 3 weeks of not having to catch a flight, because the likelihood of me getting this on a flight is very small. So I'm probably going to take them again at some point, but I don't know when yet. What you're meant to do is you're meant to do 3 weeks on, 1 week off, 3 weeks on. But things come up, things change. Anyway, I'm going to get on, take these, and I'm going to leave in a second because BPD have messed me around. So anyway, I'll speak to you guys. So guys, I'm finally in Hawley. Basically, I gave my mum a call to tell her what was going on, and just so that she knew that there wouldn't be a big ass desk in the way when she got in. Now, I forgot that she actually works half days on Fridays, and today's a Friday, as I say before. So she's gonna just get it when she's gonna sign for it when it comes in. She finishes at 12:30, gets home about 1. It's gonna be there about 1:30, 2ish. Sounds all good. So I didn't have to take the morning bit off, but at the same time, it's allowed me to go get my hair cut. I was gonna do it on my lunch break, but usually it overruns a little bit. So this time, you can tell I'm in desperate need of a haircut here. Jesus, I mean, it's a mess, especially when I work out as well. So I'm gonna go get that done. It cost me about, I think it's 8 to 12 quid. I can't really remember how much it is. Got 20 quid out, so it's just around the corner from my work. I should be okay with being able to go from there to work straight off the bat. I'm not gonna tell them I did this, mainly because it's they might get a little bit funny about it, but I'm going to work through my lunch anyway, so to me it's just the same as going on my lunch break. So, you know, just to sort of say thank you. Now, one thing I will say is you'll notice I'm vlogging in public a little bit more. Now, this is because I want to get used to it. It's quite nerve-wracking. You can see all these people looking at you as you walk past, but you just got to not care. There's so many more things you could be caring about than looking at a camera and talking to it, let's be honest. If you've got a goal, go achieve it. And at the moment, this is what achieving my goal means. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this so far. I'll show you what I look like once I get my hair cut. You'll notice I look so much different and look so much tidier. Anyway, I'll speak to you guys in a bit. So this is my haircut that I've done. Looks pretty good, I think. I'm pretty happy with it. Just a bit more later, but I've got to rush to the office. So I'll speak to you guys later on. Hey guys, so this is the end of today's episode. I can't remember what episode it is. It is episode 20. So I've just got back from the curry. It's about 10:30 at night. Now, what I had was pretty clean actually, considering it was a curry, and usually curries are cream-based dishes. So I had a starter and a main, and I reckon the whole thing came to about maximum 600-700 calories, maximum. So with the starter and the main, that's not so bad considering the quantities I had. So for starter, I had some sea bass along with some salad. So salads, pretty much nothing. I think the only thing with any major calorific value in that would have been the tomato. And the sea bass was fried, but it was only small little bits about that big. There was 3 of them, so there's 3 bits about that big. So it's not really that much. Quite a high, probably quite a high amount of protein as well in that, so that's all good. Now for main, I had chicken. Soljao or something. Solji. I can't remember what it was called. But it was basically it tasted like grilled chicken, but it might be fried. I'm not 100% sure. In a tomato, onion, and something else. I can't remember the other part of the sauce, but it was just basically veg it had mixed veg in it. So it still had quite a spice to it. I think it was just some spices they added to it as well. So it was pretty lean, pretty healthy. No creams or anything added to it, which is definitely something to look out for when going for a curry. So that in itself was not bad. I didn't have anything to drink other than just water. Didn't have any desserts. So in all, I don't feel like I've gone over my calories. If I have, it's not going to be by much, and it's not going to be by stuff that bloats it out. Oh, also I had some plain white rice with it. Now usually they go, oh, we'll fry it, we'll put this in it, we'll do that. I just said, look, I want it boiled, no messing around. They said, yeah, that's fine. So boiled rice with it. White rice obviously isn't the best, but if it's all that you're being offered, it's going to be the better one you can go for. So anyway, that's what I had for my food. Let's have a look actually. Let's see if I would have gone over my calories. I did enter the chicken, and I also entered something else as well. But it's all I could really, like portion wise, I couldn't really tell you what the hell it was, because it all has funny names. So, I entered my rice. So, my overall carbs, I've got 8 grams left, which I reckon I probably went over by maybe maximum 5 grams. So, fat, I've got 15 left. I don't think I went over that, unless maybe because of the oils I might have done by, again, 5 grams. Protein, I've got 90 left, so I've got loads of that left, but I'm just not going to use it up today. I've got about 460 calories left, and I definitely don't think I used that up, so I'm definitely in a deficit. And I think I'm all good on that track. Anyway, on to the next point. My desk boxes are down there. I don't know if you can see them, because I can see right here there's AFC, funny picture, no, off, and something else. Basically they're all camera tools, so I don't really know if you can see down there. I'm going to leave you props and show you at the end. So, desk is down there, it's in boxes. So what I'm going to be doing is, first of all, assembling that tomorrow, then the rest of the day is going to be an informational video. I've got so much to talk about when it comes down to nutrition, training, and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, in my opinion. So remember, again, when you watch tomorrow's video, it is all my opinion. So, okay, I may have got the information from other sources. I can't really remember from who. It's usually just an abstract of a load of different people's views. But at the end of the day, do take my advice with a pinch of salt. And definitely take my advice and try it out. I think lots of people write off things after a week or two, when really something is going to affect you after a month. Probably 4 to 8 weeks is when it's going to affect you properly. You're going to see the full benefit of it. So if you are trying it, try it out properly. Do not do something stupid, i.e. try it out for a week, say, it didn't work, I didn't lose a stone. Well, no shit. If I knew how to do that, I would spend 1 week shredding, maybe 4 weeks if I was overweight, and I'd look absolutely ripped. As you can see, I've been working pretty hard, and from the Instagram post that I posted today, okay, I changed quite a bit. But a lot of it was, I've still been training at the same time, so my body is still used to it. I've been training the whole time. A lot of that size was not that flabby. It wasn't like as fat as it looked in the picture. And the second one, I'm sorry. Oh, that was a weird sensation up my nose. There's almost like a fizzy feeling. But the second picture was very good lighting. I don't think I'm usually that shredded. For some reason, lighting's been doing me some real justice recently. Whether I'm being modest or self-conscious, I don't know. It might be that I do actually look that good, but I don't know. Anyway, so tomorrow I'm going to be talking about what do I eat? Do I cut or bulk? Can I still lift this heavy while on a cut? And cardio. So that's going to be on the agenda once I've built my desk. I might even do it from my desk. So I don't know. You get to see me build it tomorrow because, well, it seems like a good idea. Anyway, I'm going to speak to you guys tomorrow. I've said tomorrow a lot, and I'm finally going to cut to it. So I'll speak to you guys, whatever another word is for